most important topic. And here we have two sources of energy. One is renewable source of energy and the second one is the non-renewable source of energy. Coming to the non-renewable source of energy, today we are all depending on the coal. Once it is finished, it is exhausted forever. Again, for the generation, it takes millions of years, which is not possible without forests. So my dear friends, hardly we may get coal till another 100 years. But later the deposits are getting finished, exhausted. But again, formation takes long time. Similarly, even the crude oils. These are all the fossil fuels. Fossil fuel means once upon a time, that is a plant or that is a tree or that is a living organism is converted into a fuel today. So my dear friends, these fossil fuels, when it is being burnt in the production of when you produce electricity to burn, when you burn it, lot of pollutants are released like carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide. Like that, different kinds of pollutants are being released into the environment and it is going to pollute the air, atmosphere. So my dear friends, to decrease the pollution, it is better always to shift to the green energy or the clean energy. We call it as a clean energy because the pollutants are less. Today, this platform, what we are living, the platform Earth must be suitable for the next generations also for a comfortable living. And we must make the things possible, and that is possible only when we use clean energy. That is a very important thing. And replaceable energy. See, renewable source of energy means it can be generated. It can be generated again. It can be replaced again. So that is a renewable source. It will not be finished. It cannot be exhausted. It is evergreen. It is ever existing. It is not like coal or petroleum products, not any gas products which are the fossil fuels. But it is going to be ever existing, everlasting energy source. And the best among them is the solar energy. The solar energy is nothing but, if you take the sun, nuclear reactions are taking place on the sun. The nuclear reaction is taking place on the sun continuously. We are only using the byproduct of it in the form of light. We are getting only the byproduct of it. We are not. This is nothing but a nuclear reactor without any waste. If we are using the solar energy, it is nothing but the nuclear reactor, but without any wastage. If you take the nuclear reactions, today we are using the nuclear reactors we are using to generate electricity, but in that the main problem is the raw material, means the fuel like uranium or thorium or such kind of radioactive element is a fuel, and the wastage which is produced, the byproduct is again it has to be stored under the seabed, under the ocean bed, because it's a radioactive element, and the maintenance is very difficult. Radioactive elements, see, the nuclear reaction is going on. It is the security and the safety is a big problem. So the nuclear reactors, generation of electricity can be done in a low cost, but there is a kind of risk factor. And coming to the solar energy, the best way of using energy in India, especially a tropical area. Our country is in the tropical zone. 50% of the country is in the tropical zone. Solar energy, one of the most important renewable source of energy. If you take the Indian map, most of the part of this country is in the tropical region. Means we are going to get the vertical rays of sunlight most of the time in the year. So this country is having a great scope for the solar energy. So my dear friends, coming to the different ways of usage of the different energy sources. Today, our target is producing nearly about 100 gigawatts of, what is a unit of energy, what is a unit of power, what is a unit of power. So 100 gigawatt by 2022 is the target of this country, and 100 gigawatt must be reached, and that is possible only when the youth of this country is having some kind of awareness in this direction. Having awareness is very important. Once we get that awareness, we start thinking in that direction, we start improving in that direction, and we start shifting our source of energy from the non-renewable source of energy to the renewable source of energy. So presently existing today, we are only using, the production is only 32 gigawatts of energy is being produced by solar, by using the solar panels, and that has to be enhanced. Almost it has to be tripled within these 2 years. It has to be tripled. Means it's a great target before all of us. So my dear friends, let all of us work togetherly in this dimension, and shifting nearly our production is near about 75 gigawatts must be generated by using other renewable sources like wind energy. Wind is always available for us. Biomass is always available for us. So biomasses also can be used as a renewable source of energy. Geothermal energy, even that also is a good source. All this put together, our target is 75 gigawatts is our target. So totally 100 plus 75, it becomes 175 gigawatts of energy must be generated by the renewable sources of energy. This is a very important target which we are having before us within a span of 2 years. So this is a challenge for every Indian. It's a great challenge for every Indian. Now, in this point of view, we are in India. Shortly we are just going on with the development of this solar projects are going on, and we have constructed in the year 2016, we have constructed the world biggest project in Tamil Nadu. In Tamil Nadu we have constructed in I think we have generated nearly about 648 megawatts of energy is being produced, and this project was a world biggest project for the year 2016. And in Kaimuki, it is constructed in Kaimuki, that is located in Tamil Nadu, and it is occupying an area of nearly about 10 square kilometers. See, the occupying area is 10 square kilometers of area is being occupied by the solar panels. So my dear friends, it is nearly about costing nearly about 679 million US dollars was the cost for the establishment. Here one more very important point we have to remember. For the generation of electricity by using the thermal project or hydel project, the establishment takes nearly about 3 to 4 years of time. Nearly it may be taking up to 34 to 54 months time it takes for the establishment. But coming to the solar panel establishment, we can make it very fast. The initial investment is high, but one more very important thing is this can last forever almost. It is a long lasting project because the maintenance is very less. The cells are, they can work for decades of time. It may work for nearly about 5 to 10 decades of time. If it is being maintained properly, the lifetime is very high in the case of solar energy. And in this particular plant, it is providing to nearly about 150,000 families the electricity is being supplied to. And one more very important thing, in general the solar panels what we use are only hardly 20% efficient. Most efficient panels are hardly 40 to 45% efficient. So less than 50% efficiency is there in the solar panels because of different reasons. Because the whole night we don't get the solar energy, and even on a cloudy day we cannot get the solar energy. And different reasons are there. Because of that reason, the efficiency is dropping only hardly to 25 to 20% on an average. But high quality is having up to 40%. But today a lot of technology is improving. Today, some of you may be thinking that occupying 10 square kilometers is a big area, but our country, the space occupied by this country is nearly about 33 lakhs of square kilometers is the area of our country. So our country is located in a space of 33 lakhs of square kilometers, and there is a huge area where the rainfall is very less. So some desert area is there, and if you just see the Gujarat, recently we have seen in Gujarat, they have established the solar panels on the canals, and by establishing the solar panels on the canals, the evaporation of water have reduced, and also the solar panel maintenance is also easy because of the evaporation the temperature is less and the cooling process is continuously happening. In that way, today the solar panels are established on the lakes, in the deserts, in the area where it is not being much used by the humans. And one more very important thing is that today Adani Group is working on it, many groups are working on it, Tata Group is working on it. It is generating a lot of, nearly about 11 million employees are being employed. So it is improving the employment opportunity in India, in a country like India where the youth is maximum. The unemployment rate is very high. The employment opportunity is going to increase when we are going to improve this sector. And that is happening from last 3-4 years onwards, it is happening. So the employment generation has increased, and which is going to increase the economy of this country. This is a very important thing. And we become self-reliable, self-dependent. We need not depend on other countries. And it is also useful for the rural development. Today, 80% of the Indians depend on the agricultural directly or indirect production of our basic entity is agriculture. Because our country is having the maximum resource of land and water and sunlight, which is more suitable for agricultural production, agricultural based country. And in this country, in such a country, most important thing is some of the institutions are working hard for the generation of water, for pumping water using the solar panels. Water is being pumped, and that is a great boon for the farmers. Without having any electric wire connection, we can generate, we can produce, we can help support the farmers by using the solar energy. And in that way today it can develop, the rural development is going to happen if urban facilities are provided in the rural area. Urban facilities must be brought to the rural area, then only the rural development is possible. So the education can be improved by this technology. Today this is a technology, great technology is going on, and the dream project of all our forefathers who are working for the development of the satellites and all, they want to bring nearly about, in our country we are having 6.5 almost 6 lakhs, more than 6 lakhs of, or 6.5 lakhs of villages are there. In our country we are having nearly about 6.5 lakhs of villages are there. And it is very difficult in our country to generate so many doctors to treat the patients in our country. So telecommunication is playing a key role. Today we are seeing, during the time of COVID, the death rate in India we are seeing is minimum, because all the media is educating the people throughout and sharing their experiences. And this kind of revolutionary digitalization in India is bringing a great revolutionary change is coming in the different fields. It may be the field of education, it may be the field of medical. This is being spread to the last interior corner, and it is very difficult. There are so many remote areas in India even today where there is no proper road and even there is no proper digitalization because of lack of electricity. And all these things can be solved, all these problems can be solved by establishing the solar energy panels. Every part of this country can be connected. can be connected successfully. So my dear friends, this is a great boon for this can improve the productivity, agricultural productivity, and also the employment opportunity can be improved, and the rural development is going to happen. Then see, until and unless the rural development is going to happen in a country like India, India's per capita income cannot be improved. And we are in the race of 1, 2, 3 ranks, and if all the Indians work hard, definitely strong leaders are going to take the lead over. Definitely this country is going to be in the first or second ranking very shortly. Now we are the third largest economy. We are the third largest economy. We can definitely go to the first largest economy if all the rural areas are being developed. So this is a very important area. And we know that every day on a daily basis, we are using nearly about 4.4 million barrels of petroleum products we are using per day. 4.4 million barrels of petroleum products, it means crude oil. From crude oil, we get the petrol, we get the diesel, we get the kerosene, we get all the different bags and all different products we get. So nearly India is importing 4.4 million barrels per day. One barrel means 42 gallons. 42 gallons of gallons. 1 gallon means nearly about 3.785 liters. I think now please try to remember 1 barrel means 42 gallons and 1 gallon means 3.785 liters. So in that way, nearly about 70 crores of liters of petroleum products we are importing per day. Our population is nearly about 130 crores. Means every fellow is burning, every person is using half a liter. It is a genuine thing only. But this economy, this amount is being shifted to other countries. We are depending, we are not self-dependent because we are not having that much of crude oil deposits in India. So, once we shift over our energy source to the solar energy, though the initial investment is high, definitely our economy is our money is not going to go to the other countries. Then we are definitely, our economy is going to improve. So, this is a very important thing. We are now depending on other countries for the oil, and that we have to reduce. And we have to go in a faster rate of installation. See, the installation of the power plant must take place at a faster rate. For example, every household person can make the roofs by the solar roofs. Today in India, IIT students have developed the solar roofs in the best possible. Solar roofs are being designed, and a great entrepreneurship is going on in this field because this is a trending area. Solar energy is a trending area today in India, not only India, the whole world. Because the whole world wants to minimize the carbon dioxide percentage, carbon monoxide percentage, nitrogen dioxide percentage, sulfur dioxide, which are all the pollutants which are going to reduce which are increasing the global, which are the root factors for the global warming. And you know, because of the global warming, today the ocean level is increasing. Today it's creating a great disastrous conditions. So every country is trying to become carbon free. So today the whole slogan is carbon free and eco-friendly. Everything is being done eco-friendly. Eco-friendly means not spoiling the nature, without spoiling the nature. Minimization of the usage of the plastics, because plastics are taking a long time for the decomposition. Nearly about 1000 years it takes for the decomposition. And that is going to be a great pollutant. So we don't want to pollute the air, pollute water, pollute the soil. These three things are very important. So to decrease that, the best thing is to shift to the solar energy. That is a renewable source of energy. So this installation should happen at a faster rate. And today we all know that Gujarat have taken a step forward, and it has become a role model to the whole country. Today So that is also the economy is also shifting to the other countries. So if we start using our own sources of energy, we are not depending on other countries. That is a very important area. So the installation should happen at a faster rate. Then only 32 gigawatts can be shifted to 100 gigawatts within a span of 2 years. See, 2020 to 22 is only 2 years. Every individual have to think in that direction, and must know about it, but just inquire about it. How much energy is being consumed in my house? How many units of energy is being consumed in my house? How many kilowatts? You can calculate. Because my dear friends, you know about many things. And what is this area of your roof? Every house can become a generator of electricity. If every house becomes a generator of electricity by using the solar panels, solar roof, my dear friends, we need not depend on any other sources like at least we may not depend completely, partially we may depend, but definitely it's a great contribution to the nation. If we shift ourselves from the non-renewable source of energy to a renewable source of energy, this is a great investment we are putting, and that is a great contribution to this country. Not only to this country, to the whole world, because we are decreasing the pollutants. So my dear friends, this is a very important factor, and everyone should get educated by themselves. Today, big factories are being still developing. Lot of research work is taking place, and the raw material which is used for the construction of the solar panel is silicon. Silicon is just coming from the sand. The second abundant element which is available on the earth is silicon. Silicon is not a costly thing. So my dear friends, the silicon is a main element which is used in the solar panel construction. And you know that silicon is used as a semiconductor. It is neither a conductor nor an insulator. It is neither a conductor nor an insulator. We all know about the silicon. It is having tetravalent element. It is a tetravalent element. Tetravalent means in the outermost orbital it is having 4 electrons. 4 electrons are there. And if you take a silicon, it is being bounded with 4 bonds are there. 4 covalent bonds. Same as carbon. Carbon, silicon, germanium, they are all in the 4th group in the periodic table. So every silicon is being bounded with 4 other silicon atoms. 4 other silicon atoms with a covalent bond, and during this bond one part is being doped. Doping means adding some impurity is called doping. Is being doped by a pentavalent element. Pentavalent element means the element which is having 5 electrons in its outermost orbit. We call it as pentavalent element. So one side is being doped with the pentavalent element, and the other side is being doped with the trivalent element. Same silicon. So trivalent element means whose valency is 3. So pentavalent electron doping and trivalent doping is being done on the 2 sides, which is going to create a junction. A junction is going a depletion region. We call it as a depletion region. As a result, there is electron current and the hole current. There are 2 types of currents in this is produced. Electron current and the hole current. And in between is acting like a non-conductor because it is chargeless area. The junction is a chargeless area. And this is providing the necessary potential difference. As a result, soon after the sunlight falls on it, they absorb the energy and the electron starts its movement. And here, this is going to continue forever. There is no breakage. The electricity is nothing but the flow of electron. And here in the silicon, simple thing. This is not a very big thing. And in such a way, hundreds and thousands and millions of cells are being connected in series and parallel, constructing a big unit. Hardly one small panel may produce only half watt of power. Half watt power it may generate. But when we combine all togetherly, it generates in gigawatts, my dear friends. So, my dear friends, here today, in the whole world, the great changes are taking place. That is, people are trying to shift over their energy sources because of different reasons. Non-renewable sources cannot exist everlasting. They are not everlasting sources. So definitely we have to shift our dependence of the energy. So I think now the raw material used is silicon. So raw material is abundantly useful. Here we require an entrepreneurship. Today companies like Tata, companies like Adani Group, many companies and many IIT students, many students from different dimensions are working or are becoming entrepreneurs, because this is the best sector. Shooting development, an exponential development can take place. What's the meaning of an exponential development? For example, arithmetic progression and geometric progression, you all know about it. If you add 2 plus 2, you get 4. 4 plus 2, you get 6. 6 plus 2, you get something like that. This is the arithmetic progression. But exponential progression means what? See, 2 power 2, 2 raised to power 2, 4, 4 raised to the power 2, raised to the power 2, raised to the power 2, raised to the power 2. Oh, it goes to the millions, very short. This is called the exponential growth, geometric proportion, geometric progression. See, our development is going to happen in geometric progression if we shift our source of energy from non-renewable source to the renewable source of energy. The entrepreneurship is going to improve. The only thing is, every Indian, everyone in this country have to think in this dimension. See, once when we start thinking in this dimension, we study in this dimension. When we study in the dimension, we will understand what are the things the government is working for. That is the reason why today government want to encourage the people. It is giving, some governments are giving 90% subsidies, some governments are giving 80% subsidies. Different states are following different conditions are being observed in different states. But on the whole, one have to study in this dimension, one have to acquire some knowledge in this dimension. And today we are even becoming the world's largest producers of the solar panels. See, we have to feel proud. Once we were depending on other countries for the production of the solar panels. But today we are producing, our own solar panels are being produced. Our own solar panels are being produced. There is a company called Waaree in India, the largest producer of the solar panels. Waaree is producing the largest, today it is in the number 1 position. Adani in the number 2 place. Okay, this 1 and 2 will change. But there are many institutions which are working in this area. Previously we were depending on other countries. But today we are self-dependent. We are producing our own panels. So my dear friends, and one more thing, government have taken previously, last year and before last year, previously we were depending on China. We were importing a lot of solar panels from China. And we have nearly given $16 billion $16 billion business to China. And this is now, today, the government today is taking a measure that after the problem, today China is trying to attack India at every stage. It has become a hurdle. It has become a threat to this country. So today the government have taken an action and digitalized. It has reduced the usage of the Chinese some of the products in the digital direction, in different direction. And now it is decreasing the usage of the solar panels. Also, it is not allowing for the imports of the refrigerators, ACs. So many things are being, decisions are being taken place. My dear friends, we need not depend on any other country. We can depend on our own country. There are skilled workers in our own country. There are semi-skilled workers, unskilled workers. But all types of workers can be employed in different areas. So my dear friends, usage of this renewable source, shifting of this renewable source, and the whole of this country have to think about it, work on it, acquire the knowledge in that direction, study about it. And my dear friends, it is not simply studying and acquiring the knowledge. To what extent we can do? What is our involvement? How can we shift from this 32 gigawatts to 100 gigawatts? What is the kind of contribution we can do for? See, this is being done. This has to be done in an exponential rate. Then only this sector is going to improve. and then only this nation is going to stand very strongly on its own feet. So my dear friends, today we have discussed about the shifting of ourselves from the non-renewable sources of energy to this most important renewable source of energy, that to the solar energy. I think that after the session is finished, please just don't think and leave it off. You just study about this solar energy, still something more. Observe the things, collect the data, try to do some kind of research work on this. What is the contribution that you can do from your point of view? What is that you can do? So please try to think about this dimension. Thank you very much. Thank you.